Cái này là mình đi vô Animal Kingdom nha cả nhà. Hôm nay là ngày thứ hai mình đi nè. Hôm qua là mình đi Epcot.
There's a waterfall. Yeah, you're right. Quay lại cho mẹ quay.
Đi tên.
Đúng quá rồi con. Em đen không? Khác lại quay cái
funky shaped crack around.
Ở đây nguyên hồ sen luôn nè. Có mấy con gì đi đây?
ơi trời, con gì? Ủa đây có nguyên hồ sen luôn. Wow, cái này sen trắng.
À cái này bông súng chứ không phải
Bông
sen.
súng chứ không phải sen.
Cái lá này là lá bông súng.
Mới có cái boat Mickey Mouse bơi ngang qua hả?
Ừ.
Ở kia sen hồng.
Bông súng á. You want some coffee? For energy?
Yes.
One sip thôi nha, một sip thôi. Rồi rồi đi ba.
Con ai mà không có ngó nghe.
Quay cái phim Avatar nè.
Bây giờ mình đang đi vô thế giới của Avatar nha các bạn. Pandora. Trong cái movie Avatar.
Đây nè, đi tên. Đi nè. Fire passage bên này. Đi vô đường này luôn á.
Mình đi vô mình chơi trò chơi
Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage.
Và
mình leo lên giống như là một cái chiếc motorcycle vậy, nhưng mà nó lóc mình lại tại vì nó eo qua eo lại, chúi lên chúi xuống. Này hả?
Quay về chụp luôn. Rồi. Người ta nói chỉ mình đi đường này hết rồi.
Anh nhớ mình đứng xếp hàng bên kia rồi. Đi qua đây. You want to take picture?
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Chụp hình giùm mấy cái này.
Bà đứng trên chợ để em lấy.
Pretty powerful pump to do that.
Mình đang đi vô chơi cái trò chơi này mà mình phải đợi 2 tiếng đồng hồ nha các bạn. Trò chơi này người ta thích chơi lắm cho nên là quá trời người vô luôn. Mà Covid-19 này nó không có cho mình mua cái fast pass để mình vô được lẹ hơn. Cho nên là ai cũng phải đợi hết. Quá trời. Đó, cái loài cứu vào trong kia luôn. Đứng ở ngoài đây đợi đã rồi nhưng mà chút nữa vô trong mình đợi tiếp. Cây này là cây cinnamon fern này cả mình. Cái ngọn của nó mình ăn được. Cây cinnamon là cái Việt Nam mình gọi là gì vậy?
Giống cây dương sĩ á, nó gọi dương sĩ á.
Giống như cây dương sĩ gì đó. Nó lá nó.
Nhưng mà cái loại này có lông không ăn được.
Còn mấy cái cây này mới ngộ nè. Nhìn nó giống như cây dừa vậy đó. Nhưng mà cái lá của nó không phải là lá dừa. Chỉ ra mà nó có lá nha, chứ nó không có giống lá, nó không có dài giống như lá dừa nha. Nhìn như cây dừa nè ha. Ngộ quá trời. Không, nó có lá chứ nó lá. Cây này phải cây môn không ta? Sao nó bự dữ rồi? Cái gì trồng ở nước này nó cũng bự lắm. Giống cây bạc hà.
Nóng quá.
Hàng mà dài quá trời dài luôn.
Hàng tới bên kia luôn kìa.
Đó, lên tới đó luôn kìa. Đi lòng vòng vô cái núi đó đó.
Vô cái hang của nó không anh?
Đi vô trong đó chơi. Vô phim thì cái chỗ kia nó để là 110 phút nhưng mà trong camera nó quay á nó có
thấy được không?
Nó không thấy, nó giật lên nữa. Nhưng mà ở ngoài để là 110 phút á.
Almost 2 hours. Remember when we first got in line?
3 năm trước thằng cu nhỏ này nó đứng chưa tới. Là 3 năm trước, vừa rồi đây là nó không được đi. Cho nên là giờ phải dắt nó đi. Cho nên nó đứng cao tới cái khúc đó rồi. Chơi cái trò chơi này là phải có ít nhất là phải 44 inch.
Trời.
Cái hàng này nó đợi lâu nhưng mà nó cũng cà nhích nãy giờ mình lên được tới đây rồi. Phải đi vô tuốt ở trong cái hang đó đợi nữa nè, dài lắm nhưng mà cũng phải ráng đi cho vui. Hello người đẹp. Hello anh trai.
Hello ba.
Xin chào cả nhà đi.
Xin chào cả nhà.
Nó lớn lên con đây ồn lắm.
Hai xin chào cả nhà anh hai.
Xin chào cả nhà. Anh hai đang có cái này giống Kung Fu Panda quá à. Anh hai mập nữa.
Anh hai đội cái nón này giống anh hai, giống cái bụng bự nữa, giống Kung Fu Panda không? Rồi bắt đầu mình được đi vô hang động rồi cả nhà. Nó hơi ồn quá. là mấy cái sao mà tác mấy chút nữa mình chơi trò chơi mình vừa quay được không đâu. Trò chơi này nó hơi ghê, hay cho mình phải dừng hết chứ không dừng mình.
Với lại nó là 3D á.
Có thôi rồi.
Mình nói không có nghe đâu. Rồi được rồi.
What's in there?
Who's moving? That's a mannequin. That's a mannequin. Mannequin.
Đi nãy giờ mới sắp tới nè cả nhà. Giờ đi vô chỗ này không biết chỗ nào luôn. Thấy cho mình đi vô lòng vòng.
Nãy giờ là mình đợi 1 tiếng 15 phút rồi đó.
Đợi 1 tiếng 15 phút rồi đó cả nhà. Cái hồi nãy mình không có quay phim cho các bạn coi được tại vì nó cần mình phải dịnh cái kia bằng 2 tay mình cho nên mình không quay được. Nhưng mà cái này vô mình đi boat ride. Mình đi boat ride này là mình có thể quay được đẹp lắm. Vô một cái thuyền nhỏ đi trên con nước nhỏ xung quanh với lại trên đầu mình. giờ mình đi qua nước châu Phi, Africa, để mình thăm viếng mấy con động vật. Có gì đây mà bạn quay dữ vậy? Rồi mình sắp tới rồi. Mình sẽ lên một chiếc xe này, người ta chở mình đi.
Xe kìa.
If you look above your head, you can see a safari spotting guide that gives you a good idea of the animals we might find here today. Now, I don't want to promise all of them, but we're having a bit of a lucky streak here at Kilimanjaro Safaris at finding a good portion of them. Now, our first stop here is the Little Ituri Forest. So, animals here like this animal all the way in the back. That is the yellow-backed duiker. Also, here on the left-hand side on the top of the ridge, we have these antelope there. Those are the bongo, also called the ghosts of the forest, because they're pretty rarely seen. Both male and females of bongos have those horns on their head that tilt back over their body. Now, the yellow-backed duiker. Oh, there's also a black and white striped legged animal behind the yellow-backed duiker. If you can see it kind of there between the trees. That is called the okapi, and there's a saddle-billed stork, this bird here closest to us. So I'll go about them in order. So the yellow-backed duiker is kind of my spirit animal. Whenever he gets scared, he will raise his yellow dorsal crest and emit a high piercing or whistling sound and run into the underbrush to hide from whatever spooked him. Just like me whenever I saw a bug in my room whenever I go to bed at night. Now the okapi, while he looks like he's related to the zebra, he's actually related to the giraffe. They have the same prehensile tongue that they used to eat. And that animal we used to think was a mythical, creature, something like a unicorn or a chupacabra, because we did not know of its existence until 1901. Now the saddle-billed stork there is showing how tall he is there. Saddle-billed storks stand at about 5 feet tall and have a wingspan of about 9 feet wide. And for reference, that canopy above your head is about 9 feet wide. Here on the left-hand side, we have the black rhinoceros. The black rhino is fully grown at about 3,000 pounds. It's a little bit more solitary by nature, likes to spend a lot of time alone. They have a prehensile upper lip, so a pointy upper lip that they use that muscle independently to help themselves pull those leaves off the branch or the branch entirely towards their mouth to eat a little bit better. Those horns on their noses are made out of keratin, the same thing our fingernails and hair are made out of. They have no natural predator in the wild, mostly just humans who poach them for those horns on their heads. If you look through the trees here on the left-hand side, you can see some antelope back there. Those are called the greater kudu. From what I can tell, those are female kudu because only male kudu have those horns on their head, and they're going to be 6 feet long.
Oh, they're hiding the tree.
That's a pretty good find, all those animals there in the Ituri Forest. So let's head on through and see if we can find some more animals here in the Safi River. A lot of animals here like to enjoy the water, either to cool themselves off or, just for living in general. So keep an eye out, see if we can see movement beneath the surface or bubbles or waters or anything like that. These waters look pretty murky. I'm not sure if we'll see anything.
Well, you need to slow down.
Here on the left-hand side, we have the gray bird. These are the pink-backed pelican. They get that name because in their mating season, their backs turn a bright pink color. And they are colonial nesters, so they'll gather anywhere between 20 to 500 pairs of pelicans. So you can find 1,000 birds in a nesting ground, which these aren't quite 1,000. If you look just here, you can see there's a shape in the water walking through. We have the Nile hippopotamus. They spend all day in water, coming up for breaths every 8 minutes, just like that. And they're nocturnal animals. They'll spend all day in the water and leave their water source at night in order to graze off the land, traveling up to 10 miles away. Now we play this silly little game here called the name game, and so we call a group of animals by their grouping of by their name of a group. So the group of hippopotamus is called a bloat of hippos.
Con này làm kiểu ta.
Mấy con quỷ lên ăn.
Now here in front of us we found an old bridge, and we're gonna go pole, which is Swahili for slowly across it. If you look over here on the left hand side, we've maybe found some not so friendly types. Those are the Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile has the strongest bite force out of any animal in the world at 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch, and it is a bone-crushing bite. They can reach lengths of about 18 to 20 feet long, over 5 meters.
Wow, cái càng này bự quá.
You can also call it by a different nickname if you'd like. You could call it the tree of life, and that's because inside its trunk it can store up to 30,000 gallons of water. And when the dry season hits and animals cannot find water elsewhere, they will go to the baobab tree and hit it with their tusks, their horns, or maybe just chew on the fibers of the tree to collect the water from inside, and earning itself that beautiful name, Tree of Life. Now we're here in the savanna grasslands, and I know we can see animals from pretty far away. I talk about them as they're a little bit closer to the truck. I know we can see them all the way off in the distance, but I promise I'll talk about them as they're a little bit closer. We're going to act like we don't see them at this point in time. So we're going to talk about the landscape. If you see here, it kind of looks like we've got a professional care team who mows the grass and all for us, and that's actually all thanks to the animals. Animals like wildebeest and antelope and zebra, they will mow the grass for us, and the giraffe will come and prune the bottoms of the trees. The lowest point of the tree leaves are the tallest height, or the height of the tallest giraffe in the area. And African elephants will actually come through and bulldoze over those dead trees to help make sure that they, break down and help create new life opportunities for the plants, for these smaller animals that reside in the same lands as them. Now if you look over here on the left hand side, we're going to pull a little bit more forward, but we have found the African wild dogs, but you can also call them the painted dogs because of their unique markings on their coat. No two dogs look exactly the same. They have very strong bonds with all their pack mates, and every dog will say good morning every day before they begin. Now they have to say good morning. They cannot do anything without saying good morning. Make sure you're sitting down, honey. They have very good communication skills as well, and so they catch about 90% of their prey, which is more efficient than lions and hyenas. Here we have a whole group of zebra. We would call this a dazzled zebra. Also back in the corner there's some sable antelope. Sable antelope have those horns that point back over their body to protect them from predators who leap onto their backs. But these Hartman's mountain zebra, and their little baby right here, this little guy's about, I think, 1 to 2 months old at this point. That's mom not too far behind him. Hartman's mountain zebra, whenever they're born, they're able to stand within 15 minutes and able to walk and run within about an hour. It's very important for them to have extra skin and veins. That helps them to cool themselves off in the heat of the day. Over here on the right hand side we see quite a collection of animals here. We see the Maasai giraffe. You can tell it wants together without hitting anything. Now the Coley cattle, they get the name Watusi cattle as well because the Watusi tribe is the one who domesticated them. Those horns are going to be about 6 feet long, and they are actually fairly lightweight. They have a honeycomb structure on the inside. The white bearded wildebeest are the second largest herd of mammals in the world, second only to humans. About 1.5 million of them living in a mega herd that travel 500 to 1,000 miles every year in their migratory pattern. If that mega herd were to stampede, they would create a dust cloud so big and strong it's visible from space. Now more about the Maasai giraffe. So we said they had a jagged edge spot. They're born at 6 feet tall and can actually reach heights of 18 to 20 feet tall. Leaves them very susceptible to predators. They have the same amount of vertebrae in their neck as we do too.
Spend their whole life.
We have 7, they have 7. Theirs are just only a little bit longer than ours. And by a little bit I mean a tiny bit. I'm just kidding. Now if you look on either side of the truck, we see some trees have been knocked over. Now if you're paying attention, you'll know what has caused that, but if you didn't pay enough attention, that's okay. It'll reveal itself to you in just a moment.
I like show the thing.
Here on the right hand side of the truck we have the African elephant. African elephants knock those trees down to help promote new growth on the grounds below, but also to reach the vegetation that they wanted from the top. They eat 300 pounds of food a day. Do you see how this elephant is slightly fanning their ears away from their body and back? That's actually how they cool themselves off. They got a lot of veins on the back of their ears, and by promoting cool air rushing over those vessels, it cools them back off in the center of their corners in order to protect their livelihood or take compensation for whatever crops they lost and sell those tusks on the market.
tree of life.
So, with them being terrified of bees, how could we use that to help, you know, protect them from the farmers?
Cái này do
So they
mùa
create
nắng
this thing called bee
nó
barrier fencing,
có
which
thể
will
chứa được
go on
cái
defense
nhiều
lines
nước ở
of the
trong
crop areas that the
ở
farmers
trong
have,
cái
and
thân
help
cây
make
đó.
sure the elephants don't get too close to them. So it's a win-win-win for everybody involved. The farmer gets to keep their crop, and the elephant and the bee both have conservation efforts because both of those species are endangered. Now we would call these guys for the name game. You could call them a herd of elephants, but you could also call them a parade or a memory. I like a memory of elephants because it makes me think of the saying, an elephant never forgets. Now here on the left-hand side we have found the greater flamingo, the lightest pink of the flamingo species. And when they're born that gray color. Those little gray birds beneath their feet are their babies.
Baby.
Now whenever they're born, they're born gray and turn pink as they grow older because they feast on this thing called brine shrimp, which is rich in beta-carotene that gives them that pink color. We call a group of flamingos a flamboyance.
Giờ mình đi qua bên khu Asia tìm đồ ăn Á Đông.
Mẹ, khối này nữa hả? Mình nhớ không?
Oh, the bird shop.
Mình đi vô mình tìm đồ ăn nè.
Vô ăn cái đã con. Đang đi chơi trời mưa rồi cả nhà ơi. Thôi bây giờ mình phải đi gì à? Đây đang trên đường bước ra. Cũng hên là mình có đem mấy áo mưa nè, với lại dù nha. Đó, mấy cha con nó bận áo mưa với dù nè. Rồi, bye bye.